Hello, everyone. I'm Jake.
I'm Hannah. Welcome to the penultimate chapter. I just love the word penultimate.
That's really
Welcome
good.
to the penultimate chapter
Mm-hmm.
of Dave Rubin's book. This one, and then we got one more chapter left, because that's what penultimate means.
Penultimate means. You too can change the world.
Even me?
No, only if you're Jordan Peterson, or Dave Rubin. So this is, I hope, the last time he suckles Jordan in this book. But I actually didn't read the last chapter, so we'll see what happens. Don't know. It's literally been about half about Jordan Peterson, which is, I guess on the bright side.
It was the last 15% or so that got very Jordan Peterson-y. And that's because Find a Mentor was the last section of the book. So it's all about his mentor, Peterson.
On the bright side, it's a great bridge. A great bridge to 12 more rules for life that we'll be reading next.
Yeah, my copy's back there.
Yeah, mine's on the couch. But anyway. Apparently, and we ended the last episode with the first sentence, but I feel like it needs to be read at the beginning of this as well, so everyone knows what we're getting into. So please, with your tones, give us your best.
People often think of Jordan as a Jesus-like figure, but he's just as human as you or me.
Do people think of Jordan Peterson like Jesus? Do they, though?
That was bullshit.
That seems accurate. So, Jordan Peterson, of course, he sold books. He makes videos with millions of views. But really, he's just a normal guy from northern Alberta, which is real cold, apparently. His incredible academic resume, clinical practice, impressive research. He cleaned his room, and then he cleaned the world, according to Dave.
This frustrates me because Jordan Peterson's house is not
It's
clean.
really
Have
not.
you seen his house?
Yeah, it's not. It's not clean. Not a clean place. He's got things all, and he's the one that, yeah, he covers it in like Soviet propaganda, right? His entire house, in like the Soviet propaganda art. I'm pretty sure it's Soviet.
I've seen some.
Well,
but
Michaela Peterson said it was like all over the place in an interview with her.
Let me look.
It's either Soviet or it's another country. I'm pretty sure it's Soviet though. But that's pretty weird. That's pretty weird. Hey, whatever you're into, it's fine. But it's also just cluttered and strange that way. But this is basically several. You two can change the world. This is several anecdotes about how Jordan Peterson has saved someone's life and changed it for the better, and how when they got run into in public, and this is how it happened. And I mean, like, okay, if Jordan Peterson helped you and made you a better person, great. Do you know what I suspect? I suspect it's better for specifically you, and everybody around you fucking hates your guts because you're a dick.
I don't know about that. Here's my frustration with Jordan Peterson, is that he takes generic self-help advice that you could find in just about any like reasonable self-help book from the last 30 years. Like, hey, take care of yourself, do the hygiene.
Yeah.
You know, take time to pet a cat, literally a chapter in his book. Like, just the most banal bullshit that's just basically like, hey, bucko, why don't you pull yourself up by your bootstraps? And, you know, some people really do just need that motivation. A lot of people have other deeper issues, but some people can just be told, like, you just gotta do it, and then people will do it. The problem is all the other stuff Jordan Peterson slips into the book as subtext to all the banal self-help bullshit. Like, hierarchies are good.
Women are chaos and deserve it if they get sexually assaulted at bars.
And, like, men deserve women, and it's unfair that all these chads are stealing your women.
If you
like,
smoke weed, I won't trust you, but I can do all the benzos.
So if you completely miss all this subtext and just read, like, the self-help shit, it's possible that you could feel this book has helped you, and I think that's where a lot of people stand. Unfortunately, it's also a lot of people have read the book and internalized the harmful things that he does say about hierarchy and women and stuff like that.
They turn into the guy that wears the suit at the Philosophy 101 community college course.
Yeah.
Which literally I experienced. That guy
tries
sucked.
to bring up the Chaos Dragon.
Yeah, although that was before Jordan Peterson did things, but...
Did you hear the chapter from Maps of Meaning where Jordan Peterson talks about the dream he had where his grandmother shoved her crotch in his face with pubes?
This was a dream?
Can I share this with you?
Right now?
Yeah.
You're going to read the chapter of it?
Hold on.
This was a dream and not like a memory.
Yeah.
He did... I have a lot of questions, but they're all really inappropriate.
Yeah, I bet.
That's a did he do anything after the close encounter with his grandmother's clunge?
Oh, hold on. Maps of Meaning. Grandma.
Maps of Meaning grandma vagina. Look, grandmas have needs too, just not from their grandchildren, okay? Get it from grandpa.
I'm just gonna read it. There is a clip somewhere of him reading it from the audiobook, but I'll just do it.
He reads it from the audiobook? Oh my god. Okay, go ahead.
I dreamed I saw my maternal grandmother sitting by the bank of a swimming pool, which was also a river. Her genital region was exposed dimly. It had the appearance of a thick mane of hair. She was stroking herself absent-mindedly. She walked over to me with a handful of pubic hair compacted into something resembling a large artist's paintbrush. She pushed this at my face. I raised my arm several times to deflect her hand. Finally, unwilling to hurt her or interfere with her any further, I let her have her way. She stroked my face with the brush gently and said, "Like a child, isn't it soft?"
I'm traumatized.
I think so is Jordan.
Fucking yeah. Oh my god. That is wow.
That's from Maps of Meaning.
Wow. Luckily, I've only seen my parents' genitals when I was a little tiny kid, and it was like very briefly. And I don't have like I don't want to know what you got going on down there. You made me. I came from that shit. That's the last time I want to interact. Last time. I don't want to have dreams about your hairbrush or your painter brush pubes on my cheek. In fact, at this point, I have a beard. They'd get stuck. So,
I think that's how someone came up with the idea for Velcro.
Grandma pube dream on beard?
Any pubes and beard.
Okay, well, that's more egalitarian. That's pretty progressive of you. That's true. One evening in Manchester, England, a father and son approached us in tears outside the theater, says Dave Rubin, now that we're back on track. They'd been estranged for 12 years, yet randomly ran into each other in the audience that evening. They were not tears of sadness, though, but joy. Whatever had torn them apart over a decade earlier, Jordan had given them the roadmap to come back together.
So their problem was they needed to clean their own rooms, and then they could not be estranged anymore.
What conflict did they have between one another?
Maybe one of them used
Jordan
to respect
Peterson
women, and the other one didn't, and now they've come together, and they're like, I agree now. I also don't think women deserve
that might be it.
The same rights as men.
That might be it. I don't know. I just thought it was super funny. Like, what?
I came to an agreement on transphobia. They've decided it's good.
Another time in Copenhagen, Denmark, a well-dressed man gave Jordan Peterson his manifesto, and Jordan Peterson read it silently in a car, but Dave Rubin's like, pretty sure he liked the manifesto. Even though Jordan didn't mention anything about the quality of said manifesto. So, that's another example of how Jordan Peterson saved a man's life. Yeah. There was another time when they were flying in to some show and from Stockholm to Helsinki. And a guy was like, "Oh my God, you're amazing, Jordan." And he had tears in his eyes. He said, "I got this job at the airport because of you." That sucks, man. That's a bummer job, dude. I don't want that job. That sounds shitty. Welcome to Delta. Just so everyone knows, Jordan Peterson inspired me to get my shit together enough to be a flight attendant. I have tears in my eyes because I'm very stressed out over work, and they won't let us unionize. So,
Gets on the thing. Please, for the love of God, wear your masks. The cops have been on every plane that I have been on this week. Just wear a goddamn mask.
please. This is just a small sampling of instances in which I saw firsthand how Jordan helped other people by helping himself first. Which is, of course, the most conservative-minded thing I can think of. That person over there is drowning. Yes. But my house is dirty.
That's the insidious thing behind the whole Jordan Peterson shit, too, by the way. Yeah. Is that, you should make sure your house is in order before you try and change the world. And here's the thing. No one's house is ever completely in order. Everyone is always going to have personal issues.
Yeah.
The idea is not actually something that's meant to help you or society as a whole. It's just a way to try and keep people from taking responsibility for their role in society and saying, you should never work to change anything ever because you are an imperfect person and therefore have no right to try and make positive change. It's basically just a way to get people to say, don't do things. Don't do shit.
And it's like obviously when people work together, like when we collectivize, we are more productive. That's just obvious. From like every example you can think of insofar as societal scale things are concerned. Like sure, you can have too many cooks in the kitchen, so to speak, for a small scale thing. But not when it comes to like quality of life for the rest of humanity. Like it takes all of us collectivizing to provide health care for everybody. It might not take us collectivizing for you to make mac and cheese or put a Band-Aid on yourself. Like these things are obvious. Like you have to clean your own house, but it's also like houses, surprise, are not you clean it once and then you can go set the world in order. It's a constant maintenance of anyone who has a space they live in, whether you're in your parents' house or you own your own. You have to keep it and maintain it, and it's a constant building thing. And I think if you treated your life more like the maintenance of your house and your space, rather than the one-time thing, and like the way Jordan talks about it is like, you can't help anybody else. Like, I'm absolutely fine if you don't have the personal bandwidth to help somebody else out with something, right? Like, like you might be going through shit yourself. You can't deal with someone else's baggage. That's totally valid. But at the same time, if you're cleaning your fucking house, so to speak, working on something in your own life, and there's something pressing that you can help with, it makes a lot of sense to help. Like, that's just how humans work. This is how people operate, and it's why we organize ourselves without even thinking about it. We organize ourselves into social groups. Like just based on our personalities and how we all interact with each other. We start off as friends groups. Maybe you become a family. You have communities. Then you give towns and cities and nations organize themselves like this very naturally. It's just like the systems that we all tend to agree on are what go into place. So right now we have like capitalism and electoralism with our semi-republic, and it's like, we could change these things if we just agree. And Jordan Peterson, his thesis is quite literally, we can't change these things. We can only ensure our own, not even ensure. We can only bolster our chances at happiness for ourselves immediately. We can't make things better. And that's sad, man. That's such a fucking bleak outlook. And I know it might feel that way, but if you just look historically, past 100 years, a lot of bad shit. A lot of progress. It's not as fast as we'd like, and people get hurt on the way. But I mean, humans suck at being nice to each other, and the fact that we make progress at all is, pretty impressive in my opinion.
Sure.
Yeah, so. And I think we're accelerating, much like technology is accelerating. I think every time we hit one of those milestones, gay marriage being probably the last major one in this country, we head towards another milestone even quicker. So like I think we're on our way. We flirt with the bad stuff, but historically speaking, a lot of the time when you have like an ideology like it's called Trumpism right now, a lot of these things are like last gasp from what is generally an unpopular position, which usually you're gonna.
I wish I had your optimism on that one.
Well, it's gonna last. I mean, I say last gasp on a longer scale than I think most people without like the understanding of how just human society in general, not American society, works. Just like maybe our lifetimes will have to deal with this, but the people after us aren't going to have to deal with it as much, and so on. And it's going to get lesser and lesser. And then centrists will be the new right wing, and then eventually we'll be the boomers, and that's okay. And that's how we should. That's how it should move. Someday, if I'm the villain someday, we're doing fucking great. That's dope, and I want that. Like
you're going to be a robot bigot. I can feel it.
I'm fine with that. I don't care if you fuck a robot, but I can't believe I'm going to get more conservative over the time. In fact, I might fuck a robot. Who knows? Who knows what robots are going to look like, right? Maybe they're going to look like I was trying to think of some sort of weird thing that I'm attracted to. Maybe for you, they'd look like a monster boy. Can't get one in real life. They don't biologically exist, but you can make a robot that looks like an alien for 3 titties. And 2 dicks.
I don't want 3 titties.
3 titties, 2 dicks. 1 titty, 4 dicks. It's a ratio. You gotta pick.
Why is this?
Why? Just how it works. Just the math.
Why can't it have the normal amount of parts?
It's the normal amount. Now you're the.
Why
bigot.
can't it have the?
Now you're the bigot. If you don't want claspers on your fuck robot, then what are you here for? Claspers are the shark dicks. They have 2 of them. So, anyway, that's pretty. I mean, I don't have anything else I really care about talking about on this. He talks about how 12 Rules for Life is better, and I made a lot of money doing it. I'm hilarious. You suck. You all have a huge platform. You can send a meme out at 3 a.m. while you're taking a dump, and you have a big platform. You're a platforming boy. You have so much power. You don't. You have no fucking power. Okay? Like social media is like a myth of power. It's what people without power feel like power is. Like your real power is in collectivization and change and making sure that like we try to ensure our communities and stuff get better. Not hammering out a banger at 3 and getting 10K retweets. People forget about that 10K retweet tweet after they retweet it. Like, you know what I mean? So these don't change the world. So please don't think that your slacktivism does stuff. Let's do real stuff. Speaking of which, if you want to come hang out and do stuff, we both have Twitch channels, and we both do good stuff there. We sometimes do charity stuff, right? I've been doing a lot of mutual aid stuff for people in the community recently. We're helping a doggo fix their leg right now. We help people repair cars and stuff, but we also help Hannah and I pay our bills, which is fun. So if you want to go to twitch.tv/actualjacob or twitch.tv/Hannah Reloaded, we both do good things. It's a lot of fun over there. A lot of fun. We also have Twitters where we fire out bangers at 3 while taking a shit. Actual Corn, me, at Hannah Reloaded over there. And we have a Patreon that you could help support the show because YouTube's ad money is poo-poo. Yeah. Like CPM is shit. They're really not good at it. I know a lot of people want to be YouTubers and stuff, but like, I don't know, man. YouTube is fun, but it's like it's also like they make the apparatus of YouTube makes it like so hard to enjoy as much as when we started because of the way that they've just like locked everything. Although I do like the new way that they determine monetization. I think that's
I-
actually super helpful. But
I saw a poll the other day for like kids under 18 or whatever, and it was, what do you want to do for a living?
YouTuber.
And the number one was like streamer, YouTuber,
Oh, is it
vlogger.
streamer? Is it? Oh, they mixed them all.
And it was like 30 something %.
Well, yeah.
And the other ones were similar, stuff. The doctor was also on the list. But it's like, damn, kids,
Don't do it.
no.
And a lot of them.
Don't do it.
A lot of
Don't do it.
Look, hey, kids, I don't want to shit all over your dreams, but we don't need another Minecraft YouTuber. I hope you do well, and that's fine. But like, it's not as easy as just putting content out there. So I hope people aren't pinning their hopes on that kind of thing, because we got very lucky. We're very fortunate to even be able to make kind of a living on this. And Twitch is really way better.
It's like a I don't want to use the term pyramid scheme, but it's like we got in early enough in the pyramid scheme where we could actually.
It kind of is. I mean, it really is. We benefited from timing quite a bit, and so yeah. I don't know.
YouTube was a very different place when we started.
It was a lot more fun. That's too bad. It's really corporate now.
Yeah, that always happens.
Yeah, should have expected it. But anyway, we love your faces. We'll be back with the last chapter of Dave Rubin soon. We'll also be doing some other stuff. Then we got Jordan Peterson on the way. Gonna be fun. Tonight, though, in real life, which is two days probably from when we recorded this, is when you're hearing this. So we have already done this. We are about to. You're living on the bad side of history. We are about to watch the Snyder Cut tonight. All 4 hours. It's okay. I have drugs. So, enjoy the rest of your day or your evening or whatever's going on there. Come check us out on the Twitches. We also have YouTube channels under the same names. Of those things that are clipped up if you don't like live content like some sort of weirdo. And then I don't know what else. I love you. I love you deeply. In a non-romantic way. It's like how you snuggle something. And you're just like, oh man, I love this pillow. You guys are comfy. No? You don't want to cuddle all of them? Be sticky. No. Be really warm. What if it was one at a time?
No, I don't want to cuddle strangers.
What if you got to know them? What if you went on a 90? What if you did a tight 90 at a comedy club with them?
That's just another version of a parasocial relationship.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh. Jordan Peterson, Dave Rubin, best friends. One of them is better friends with the other. All right.